Morning, Jules here from Joolsedesigns at JT Creations. So another Thursday, back to basics, and as we said last week, we're going to make 2 journal cards for our outside pockets and a little book similar to this. This is just one that I used a Christmas card. I didn't even cover that bit up, but I covered the front because obviously it had writing on it, and I covered the inside because it had the maker of the card. And that was just collage with bits of book page, music page. I found some skeleton leaves, die cuts, bit of ribbon and a stamp and some ink. So we'll start with the book first. So I have got a Christmas card here. I've already cut the it's not coffee, it's avocado dyed paper down to size, and I cut the Christmas card down. It's a little bit bigger than the last one, and it'll just fit in like that. And what I did was, there's the spine, but what I did was I scored an 1/8 either side of the spine, just to give me that kind of rolly effect. You don't have to do that, but I did it. So we'll concentrate on this, and what I've got is I've got some bits of book pages here and line pages that we're going to collage this with. I'm going to use my art glitter glue. I might need to fill that because it's only got a tiny drop in. I keep it upside down. And some Pritt stick. So first of all, I want to cover this, and I'm just going to do this with some of this lined paper. I think it's too small. You could put it that way, and all it is really, it's just to cover the, in fact that's what I will, because I'll put that one in here, and all I'm doing is I'm just folding it over, just so that I've got a little bit of a border there, and that one should fit there. Perfect. So what I want to do is I want to ink round them first, journaling spots and stuff like that. So we'll do this one first. Oop, get off. And we'll just move that over a little bit. There we are. So that's our inside covered. And then here, I do want to do like a lined collar, so I'm going to cover this. And there we are. And then what you do is you cut round it. That's stuck, which is fine. So we've got these bits, I will keep them. That over there. And there we have a little bit of glue seepage, but that's fine. So I'm going to ink round this. Just put that up there. Yep, I quite like that. You can see that bit there is the size of the spine. And I've showed you how to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and that one I did with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. But what I want to do is I want to do what I call a Maduri style with elastic. So that's why I've put a spine in. A hole either side on the spine, just a small hole with a grommet, and we're going to thread some elastic through it, and that way there's no stitching in, and you can remove your little booklet inside. Get my crocodile out, and I want the smallest one. I want the 1/8, so my little square's going to the 1/8. I'm putting this under, and I'm just looking to see, making sure that that's, see what I've got is where I've got the crease of the middle. So what I'm looking at is I'm looking to put that, the little cotton spike into the middle. There we are. Just pop him up there for a while. And I think we'll have the gunmetal. So I'm putting that in there. So there we've got our 2 holes. Now I've already cut book page down. And what I usually do is I take the corners off that. And I just use a hole punch. And that stops the corners from getting, so that the corners dip down into, so you can see that the corners go round there. I don't think so, but it's the only one I've got. You can, if you want, thread ribbon through and tie ribbon. I prefer to use elastic. Just poke that through. Whoops. And then put it, you can do 2 holes and put it through and thread it through, but for the little book that this is, I'm not going to bother. And then what we've got is we've got and we're just going to trim this. And then tie it in a knot. You pull it tight, not too tight that it's curling in like that. You pull it tight enough that it's not pulling in the sides, and just tie it in a knot. And then what you do is you thread, you find the middle, and you thread your paper through, and as soon as it hits the notch, there we are. And there you've got that. So I am going to take this out first, because obviously I want to decorate the front of the, and I want to use some stamps. I've got this little rosebud, and I'm going to use my, don't know whether to use the think I'll use the Mementos espresso truffle. It's not quite a brown, but it's not quite a black. I quite like it. There we are, so we'll put one on there. And you can see it. One there. And I'm just measuring the edges of the stamp up, and there we are. So that will do there. I'm going to have a little bit of lace on it, I think. Got some. This is pink lace that's been, I think it's been partially dyed. So I think we'll have that there. We won't have that one. We won't have that one. Will we have this one? Got a little pin in here. Don't think that's, no. I want something a little bit wider. Right, we've got this one. That clashes with that one. That's not thick enough. Oh, dilemmas, dilemmas. If we do that, do you know what? This has been dyed with ink, this. So what I'm going to do is, this is our Dyma ribbons, white ribbons and white lace. We'll just get a bit of aged mahogany, put it on there, a little bit of water. Where's my spray? And then we'll put that through there, and that'll bring it out a little bit more pinker. I think we need a bit more, so I'll wipe that up a little bit. And I think we'll try a little bit of lumberjack plaid, that's more ready. Still dark, but it's more ready. And because that's already wet, we'll just mix it in. And if there's any white bits, just rub them over. And there we are. And then I'm just going to dry that off with the heat gun. That's it dried, and that's how quick it dries. Then when we put that on there like that, and the white lace over the top or underneath, I think we might do it underneath, put that over the top. that's going to do it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to cut this. And I'm going to ink this over a bit with brown, just to, so it's not bright white. Again, it's another way of colouring white lace. I just buy big rolls of white lace and then I colour them myself, which is a lot easier. I want that scrunched now. No, we're just going to put it on like that. I'm going to get my... This is Trim It's fabric glue. And I'm just putting this up here. And I'm just using the nozzle to spread it about. That's going on that way, so we need this bit done. And I'm just going to put a little bit of on these points. Still feel as if it's missing some then, but I'll work that out as I'm working with it. And again, we'll cut these bits off. Yep, a bit at the bottom here. Oh, that's a bit sticky. This one will sit now. Yeah, quite like that one now. So again, and that will just cover these. So again, I'm using Trim It's. I'm just putting it over the points in a straight line. And I'm just using the nozzle to spread it about and just... And this one I will leave white. So it's got the interesting texture of the 3 layers of lace. And what I want to do is I want to colour these in a little bit, and I've got some distress. So we've got aged mahogany. I think these are too thick. Sponge sugar. I think this is abandoned coral. Might be wrong. Candied apple. See the thick. It doesn't really matter. Just want a little bit of red showing. And then what I usually do with that is I take a part dried smudging a bit, but that's fine. Just a pat dried baby wipe and just go over it. And then we want the green, and we've got, I think this is pistachio, cracked pistachio, Lucky Clover, so it's going to have to be this one. Forest Moss. And again, I'm not putting loads on it, I'm just putting a touch. We'll leave the bottom one in case I want to use something else. And then just rub that in, and it just gives the accent of you know, there is green there. Doesn't have to be perfect. And if you don't have these, you can use aqua markers. These have got brush tips on, and again, or you can use watercolour crayons. And we'll see how these do with rubbing. Again, it smudges it a little bit. Probably need to use more of a water brush with these. These are brushes that hold water. Oh, see, that's because it's wet, you'll not know until it's dry what it looks like. But even these work with the distress crayons work with water. So that's that, so we'll put these away. I've got a couple of more packets of these, but I use them more on mixed media projects rather than colouring in. So there we are, we have our little notebook. You can put notes in there. I'm not even going to bother covering the back. That in there and fasten that up, and if you wanted you could put like another notebook in there. That's all our projects for that one's not well, no, it's not been on yet, so put that in there like that. I probably will cover that one up. And there we are. So that's that. And now we've got two. This is just from when I've been doing invitations. I always do a printout to see what they look like. And I just keep them in the cut-offs. These are coffee stained. I just got a cup with just hot water and coffee and a paintbrush and painted over them, and that's all you need to do. Just let me put that back in there. So I think we can keep those two sides. That's ideal for journaling on. These we want to cover, so think we'll cover it with a whole book page. What else have I got here? I think we'll do this one with a whole book page. So again, and then turn it over, and there we are. So we'll ink round this. And these are simple ways of making journal cards. We'll put that there because now we want to do this one. But this one I want to use some, a bit more collaging, I think. I'm going to use all my music papers because I've got, these are vintage music papers and I do want to use them. And that's that way, so I'm going to ink round the bits that's going on. See, I want that one, that looks more interesting, doesn't it? I like the ripped edges. Put the straight edges to the straight edges. That's fine. We're going to have a little bit of this. Yeah. And then what we do is we cut, and that's perfect. And then we can pick, I've got some Valentine's bits and pieces here. Well, they're adverts. I think this one's the best one. Yep. Not sure what we're going to do on this one. Don't think I'll do a well, I've got a round one here, quite like that. I'm going to put that one on there, I think. Put them over there. So I'll oops, and we'll put that there. Ink around that, and we'll decide what we want to do on, if we want to put a brad or anything on there. This is a slightly different coloured though page. Yep. It's from an old garden book and it's a bit crumbly. So what I do want to do is I want to fold the edge down. It's going to be the pocket. And I'm going to fold this in so we've got like a gusseted pocket. And it's not going to be the width, it's just going to be just inside the width of the... So I'm just going to take a little bit off that. So that's our pocket. There. And I'm going to stick this top flap down. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put a thumb notch in it. I'm just guessing it. And we've got our pocket there. What have we got in this little... Yeah, I've got some little photographs and things. Oh, we've got a little heart. She's a gothy girl. We'll have a couple of little old vintage photographs, I think. So I'm just going to ink round these. That can go down there. That can go there. That can go there. And that can go there. So we'll put the pocket in first. And that one is going up there. Can go there. If it goes off the edge of the pocket, that's fine. That's going down there. That is going there. Keep that there because these need to go down first. Oh, got a bit of glue on that photograph, but never mind. And this kind of, it's like monotone, it's all the same shades apart from the flowers on the heart. It's going to go, oops. Not too far down, but I don't want it to go over the pocket. I think I'm at the end of my glue. And this is going right to the very edge. Okay, and it's a little Valentine's. It says, I love you for a lifetime, not only for a day. Love you for who you are, not what you do or say. That's cute. And I'm just going to cut that off. And the edge of the little label. So we've got 2 journal cards. I've got lots of tags that I'm using up here. Trying to think what else. Got some quite fancy one of them there, but I quite fancy. No, I quite like the brown one, so we'll put the brown one on. Whoops. So when you're doing this, you just put your little dots on the little petal bubbles, and these are just die cuts that I've had. I think I did these this time last year to take out to Cyprus, and I never used them all. So I always keep them, just keep them in a little cellophane bag. Hopefully that's enough glue on there. And I'm going to put a little eyelet, not an eyelet, a brad. Got some brads here. I think we'll have that one in there. I'm going to do it on this side, so I'm just putting a hole that through. There we are. And then one for this one. What I think I'll do, I've got 2 of them, so we'll do them at each end, I think. One there, and one there, and these will just look like studs. And you can cover these legs up with masking tape or whatever. If they stick out a little bit, like that one has, they're easily cut off, and that one has there. And there we are. I've got some little bow ones as well. I've had these for absolutely years, from my card making days. I've got little snowflake ones. There's another one of them. And what we'll do is we'll put all this away, and then we'll put the stuff in our journal, and we'll have a look at what we've got. Bring this back down, and I've had a cloth, my wet wipe touched it, so it's got a little bit wet. Move all these bits of boot page because these will go back in my... So we put was grabbing it, it's opened up a bit, so what I need to do is I need to glue that down. So we've got this in here, and we've got this one in here, and you can put tabs on them. I think we might put a tab on that one, and because the pockets haven't been used, they are a little bit stiff, but it becomes easier. But I'll do just a tab like that on there, and I want them pulling out a little bit. And for now, what I'll do is I'll put this one in there. I might keep this one in there, it's a little bit smaller, and what we might do is we might put this one in another pocket. So I hope you get something from this. So this is our pockets and our journal cards with our little notebooks. See you in the next video. Bye.